Hello everyone, I am Ritesh Chauhan, working as an assistant professor in computer engineering department at Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. So we already proceed with unit number 3. In this video we covered the part 3 of unit number 3. Part 1 and part 2 we already covered. Let's proceed with the part 3 of control structure in C. So in this video, topic which are covered are loop control structure, which includes for loop, while loop, do while loop, and difference between entry control loop, that is while loop and for loop, and exit control loop, that is do while loop. So this much we already completed in part 1 and part 2. So in part 3 we completed this one and unit will be completed. So as we know, branching has two parts, that is conditional branching and unconditional branching. In conditional branching, there is an if statement, ternary or conditional operator, or switch statement. In unconditional, there are three statements that are go to, continue, and break. So second type of control structure is looping, which includes while loop, do while loop, and for loop. So let's proceed with this one, that is while loop, do while loop, and for loop. Okay. So what is loop control structure? So loops are used to repeat execution of a block of code. During looping, a set of statements are executed until some condition for termination is encountered. Okay. So generally looping process would include the following four steps. First one is initialization of a counter, test for a termination condition, then loop body statement, and increment the counter, increment or decrement the counter. So C supports three types of looping. First one is while loop, second one is do while loop, and last one is for loop. Let's proceed with the while loop. So the simplest of all looping structure is a while statement. So this is the very simple statement amongst the three, that is do while, for, and while. In while loop, it first checks the condition. If condition is true, then control goes inside the loop of the body, otherwise goes outside the body. While loop will be repeats in clockwise direction. Okay. So the syntax of while loop is while, then test condition will be there. If it is true, then and only then the body of the loop will be executed. Okay. It is similar like if statement, but in if statement the repetition will not done, but in while statement until the termination condition occurs, the loop will be repeated. So test condition is evaluated, and if the condition is true, then the body of the loop is executed. So after the execution of the body, the test condition is once again evaluated, and if it is true, the body is executed once again. This process repeats till the test condition is true. When it becomes false, the control is transferred out the loop. Okay. So if test condition is true, then repetition of that body will be continued. Okay, until the condition will false. On exit, the program continues with the statement immediately after the body of the loop. That is our statement X. Okay, rest of the program will be executed next after the while loop. So while loop is also known as entry control loop because first control statement is executed, and if it is true, then and only then the body of the loop will be executed. Okay, why it is known as entry control loop? Because before entering in the body, it will check the condition. It is similar to when someone comes in our house, they knock first. Okay, and if we allow them, then and only then they can enter in our house. Okay, so that is entry control. Okay, so before in while loop, If condition fulfills, then and only then the body of the loop will be executed, otherwise not. So this is an example to demonstrate while loop. This is an example to print first 10 positive integer number using while loop. So first we define the library files like as include stdio.h, conio.h, then void main. From here our program will be started. Here the data type of I will be integer and I is initialized as 1 before entering the loop. Okay. Now if while I is less than or equal to 10, if I is less than or equal to 10, then this body will be executed, otherwise not. So this body will be executed 10 times with the help of this while loop. For example, if the value of I is 1, here 1 is less than or equal to 10, yes, 1 is less than 10, then printf %t I. So 1 will be printed, then I plus plus. Now the value of I is 2. Okay. Now it will be checked once again. 2 is less than 10, condition is true. Then in %t, what will be printed? 2. Then I plus plus. Then 3 will be printed. Then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. When the value of I is 11, then this condition does not fulfills. 11 is not less than 10, not equal to 10. So condition false. So the control will be transferred to the rest of the statement. What is our rest of the statement? The programs end here. Okay. So this is an initialization of I. Then we have condition checking. Then statement execution if the condition is true. This is an increment of the control variable. Okay. If we does not increment this I, then it will be go into the infinite loop. Okay. 1 1 1 1 will be printed. So what's here? You can see 1 2 3 4 because we put the condition I is less than 5. So 4 times it will be printed. After that, the control will be transferred to the getcs, that is get character from the keyboard. Okay, and our programs ends. So the next type of looping is do while loop. A do while loop is similar to a while loop, except that do while loop is executed at least one time. A do while loop is a control flow statement that executes a block of code at least once and then repeatedly execute the block or not depending on a condition at the end of the block in while. Okay. So what is the syntax of do while loop? First we have to write do, then our block of code, then increment or decrement, and then condition will be checked. Okay. That's why here written a do while loop is a control flow loop that execute a block of code at least once. Okay, before entering the loop, no one is checking our condition. Okay, that's why at least one time this body is executed and then condition will checked. If it is true, then once again it will be executed. Otherwise, if it is false, then this body of the loop is not executed second time. But at first time it will be executed because here there is no condition checking. Okay, let's see the example, then you better understand. Before that, let's discuss some points on do while loop. When to use do while? When we need to repeat the statement block at least one time, then use do while loop. In do while loop, post checking process will be occur. In while loop, pre-checking process will be occur, but in do while loop, post-checking process will be occur. That is after execution of a statement block, condition part will be executed. Okay. First, our statement block will be executed and then condition will be checked. In next example, you can see in this program I equal to 20 and we check the condition I is less than 10. That means condition is false. But do while loop execute once and print hello world at one time. Condition is false, then also one time block of code is executed which are inside the body of the loop. Okay. So do while loop is also known as exit control loop because first body statement are executed and then control statement is executed. Thus condition checking happens at exit point. So why Do while loop is known as exit control loop because at the entry of the do while loop, no condition will be checked, but at the end it will be checked. I already give you one example. Like if someone comes into your house, they directly come into your house, they sit on the chair, and then you ask, who are you? Okay, but he or she entered in your house, then you can ask, who are you? Okay, that is known as do while loop. That is exit control loop. Okay, so this is an example to demonstrate do while loop. Here I am taking I equal to 20 whose data type is integer. Then which statement occurs? Do. Without checking any condition, first I have to print hello world. Hello world is printed here. Then I plus plus. Now it will be checked that now the value of I is 21. 21 is less than 10. No. Okay. It will be exited to the loop. Okay. But in while loop, if this condition checked first, then and only then this body will be executed. But in do while loop, it will be executed one time. Okay. Once it will be executed and then condition will check. Let's see some another example of do while loop. So here I am taking I equal to 1, then I have printed the value of I, that is 1. Now condition will check. If 1 is less than 5, yes, condition true. Then it will be repeated till this condition is false. That's why it will be printed 1, 2, 3, 4. Whenever the value of I is 5, then here it will be checked. Okay. Condition is false, then it will be exited to the do while loop. So the next looping statement is for loop. This is most important loop. So when you need to execute a block of code several number of times, then you need to use looping concept in C language. In C programming language, for loop is a statement which allows code to repeatedly execute. It contains three parts. First one is initialization, second one is condition, and then increment or decrements. The syntax of for loop is for, then opening bracket and closing bracket. There is no semicolon after the closing bracket. So first you have to initialize like I equal to 0. Then there will be condition. For example, I is less than or equal to 10, I is less than 5. And then it can be increment or it can be decrement. It will be depend on your program. Okay, I minus minus or I plus plus you have to write here. Then the block of code will be executed whenever until this condition fulfills. Okay, condition is false, then it will be exited from the for loop. So what is initialization? This step is executed first, and this is execute only once when we are entering into the loop first time. This step is allowed to declare or initialize any looping control variable. Like I say you earlier that if I write I equal to 1, then it will be initialized only one time, that I equal to 1, and then the increment decrement operator will be executed or updated the value of that particular variable. Okay. Next one is condition. This is the next step after initialization step. If it is true, the body of the loop is executed. If it is false, then the body of the loop does not execute and flow of control goes outside of the for loop. Okay, like I told you that I is less than 5. If condition is true, then it will be go into the body of the for loop. Otherwise, it will be go to the rest of the program. Next one is increment or decrement. So after completion of initialization and condition step, loop body code is executed and then increment or decrement step is executed. So this statement allows to update any loop control variable. Okay, that's why we are incrementing or decrementing any variable. So after each iteration, the value of variable will be updated. Note, this is an important note. In for loop, everything is optional, but mandatory to place 2 semicolon. If you don't initialize, then it is okay. If you don't give any condition, then also it is okay. If you don't give any increment decrement operator, then it will be okay. So this is an error for loop. Okay, this type of for loop is not executed in C. But if you write 2 semicolon, That means first one for initialization, second for condition, and last one is for increment decrement. So it is valid for C programming. So this is a flow diagram of for loop. Where here you can see that a equal to 5, a is less than equal to 10, a plus plus. This is your initialization where you initialize a equal to 5, and this is a condition. Okay, and this is an increment, or you can decrement this particular variable. Okay, so this is an example to demonstrate a for loop. Here we are taking integer I, variable I will be there, and sum equal to 0. Okay, this is a declaration of variable int. Sorry, I is here, huh? So for I equal to 1, so where we initialize I? We initialize I equal to 1. So the value of I is 1 here. Then it will be checked that I is less than or equal to 10. Yes, condition true. Then after for loop, I will be plus plus. After one iteration of the for loop, I will be plus plus. Okay. So sum equal to sum plus I. So what is the value of sum right now? 0, because we initialize here. Sum equal to 0, but what is the value of I? 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. The latest value of sum is 1. Okay. Now once again this for loop will be executed, where the value of I is now 2, because here I plus plus. Now 2 is less than 10. Yes, condition true. So sum equal to, now sum means the value of sum is 1. Latest value of sum is plus 2. So what is the latest value of sum is 3. So once again this for loop will be executed. Okay. Now condition will check that I equal to 3, 3 is less than 10. Yes, condition true. So it will be repeated until this condition is false. If it is true, it will be repeated continuously. So this loop will be executed 10 times. Okay. And the result of the sum will be printed here. So the result of 1 to 10 addition is 55. Okay. So this is also a most important theory, that is difference between entry control loop and exit control loop. As we already know that entry control loop means we check first condition and then the body of the loop will be executed. In exit control loop, the body of that particular loop will be executed once. Either their condition is matched, condition is fulfilled or not, but it will be executed one time. Okay. So in entry control loop, entry control loop checks condition first and then body of the loop will execute it. But exit control loop first execute body of the loop and checks condition at last. So body of loop may or may not be executed at all. Because if condition is false, then it may be possible that the body of the loop will not execute. If condition is true, then and only then we can say that body of loop will be executed. That's why I have written that body of the loop may or may not be executed at all. Here in exit control loop, that is do while loop, in do while loop body of the loop will be executed at least once because condition is checked at last. Then it will be dependent on the condition. Okay, it will be true, then the body of the loop will be executed once again. If it is false, then the control will be transferred to the next statement. Entry control loop, in entry control loop, for while are the example of entry control loop, and exit control loop, do while is an example of exit control loop. I hope you understand while loop, do while loop, and for loop. If you have any query in any statement, please contact me. Thank you.